Day 20 of living in the new house. We are now into the big 2-0. Um, we're starting about 6 o'clock in the afternoon today because the plumber has been round and we've spent about 2 hours going around and looking at things today, which is good. I'm really pleased because it's been really productive and we've made some good decisions, which is fantastic. So we've come up with a bit of a better plan with everything that's going on. Key highlights of changes is one, we're going to put a zonal heating system in. What that basically means is that the upstairs and the downstairs heating will be on different loops, so I don't actually have to heat the whole house in one go, which should save money on heating bills. So that was a great call from the plumber. Good idea, good suggestion, which we're going to do. We also did some measuring up and location in the loft, because obviously the hot water tank's going up in the loft. And we now know where it's going to go, roughly how we're going to do things as well. So I've actually got two projects I can get started on the loft. One of them is building the base plate for that hot water tank to go on, and the second one is putting some boarding on the back wall. That's not for anything immediately, but it's just a future proof in case they ever decide to put the boiler up in the loft. So that was good stuff there. We also had a poke around looking at the fireplace, which is great. So we just had a look from there because the plumber's also gas trained there. We'll get his gas safe certificate in the next week or so. So he's actually going to come back next week and cap off the gas fireplace for me, which means if I get rid of that coving tonight, I can actually start having a look at trying to potentially take down that brickwork as well, relatively soon as well. So there's some more progress we can make there. The towel radiator upstairs in the bathroom as well. We've looked at that and we've he basically said, yeah, it's fine. To be honest, I probably would have already gone through the wall already. This is not too much of an issue, but I should be able to, with some buckets and hoses, just isolate that off myself, take that off, and I can just start going through that wall. So that's another job we can just be getting on with. And the final one, the big one, obviously, we spoke about removing this macerator toilet downstairs and putting a proper plumb one in. He basically said, yeah, it says it kind of makes sense with all the other work, so I've got to put some like French drains or Adco, I think he called it, down the side of the house because they tarmacked over the drive and it's brought the level up too close to the damp course, so I've got to drop that down anyway. He basically said, look, it's because we don't know exactly where the surfaces are, it's going to have to be hand dug. And he said, if I'm happy to hand dig it, then it will save me a load of money because that's the worst part of the job, effectively. So we've made the agreement now that he will come and steel saw where he wants it in the drive, and then me and some mates, we will actually do the digging up from there, and then he'll just lay the pipe, drill through the base plate to put the proper toilet in downstairs. So that's all really positive news, and he reckons that'll only be about, if I do the digging, that'll only come to about £1,000 or so. So well within what I was looking to do. And hopefully should compensate for the fact that he also seems to think that's probably a strong chance there's asbestos in this flooring here as well. So it should cover the cost of having to do the removal of that, which is going to be a right pain in the backside. But yeah, all positive stuff from there. We've got some projects we can actually be getting on with, which is good. And yeah, we should have a quote from him by Friday afternoon, Saturday, he reckoned. He works very closely with the electrician, so we should have all that in hand, and I can see how much of it's going to break my bank. coving around the top of the fireplace now, which gives me positive vibes because the plasterboard does go underneath all those brickwork as well. I also did knock a little bit of extra sort of like cement out the back of this, and that's clearly like a very badly cut block that's been put that way, so it gives me even more confidence that it's not tied into the wall. I did get round to this side as well, and I decided it was best to get the curtain rail down because I'm just going to end up putting plaster all down those curtains. Now, I'm not keeping them or using them for anything, but I decided it was best to get them out of the way just so they don't get coated in dust. Which led us into rail-related warfare again. Weirdly though, this rail, which is probably a good metre or so longer than the one that was on the back wall over there, had less screws and nails in it, so it wasn't as much of a pain to come down. So I think what I'm going to do now is probably, because it's like nearly 10 o'clock at night, I'm not going to do any more locking off of coving or making loud noises. So what I'm going to do is crack the steamer out and just at least strip this part of the wall so it's ready to go. I have got to be careful because I have got the router and everything else still down here, so we just need to coat those up and make sure they're covered and not going to get steamed away. There we go. That's that corner all stripped down. So made a good bit of progress on the corner there. We're going to call it a day because it's past midnight now, so it's another late one. But we are warming up to the weekend now, and we've got some exciting projects we can be getting on with at the weekend. So looking forward to that. But glad we've made some progress. The little handy dandy bit of the steamer actually came in clutch. It was really good for around those cables, so saved a lot of faff. And yeah, good progress today. So we'll leave it there, and I will catch you all in tomorrow's vlog.